Hello, welcome back. I'm Scott.
And I'm Allison.
And today we are jaw-jacking with Jarhead and Ginger.
And friends.
That's right, we have Broken Dreams Reborn with us today, Sean and Matthew. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
So, like always, you're full-timers, right? I guess not like always, but you guys are full-timers. Tell us a little bit about your RV.
36-foot Grand Design Reflection fifth wheel, 337 RLS. We really like it. They say it's 12 feet 6 inches. Of course, we knew to remeasure that, and it's like 13.1.
Good thing you did the remeasurement.
Yeah, add that extra air conditioner, that'll do it.
Yeah.
It's just really the perfect layout. We went through a whole bunch of layouts from every manufacturer we could find, and whether we thought we liked the manufacturer or not. And then she really did a lot of the hard work and narrowed down all the layouts, and then we narrowed it down, and it was just big enough to where it feels like it's enough space, and it's small enough to where we should be able to fit into state parks and that kind of stuff. So it's happy medium for us.
Well, we also wanted rear living because we were going to take the back couch out to put a desk because we still both work, so we needed a desk space, so that's what we did. And cargo capacity was also important because we knew we'd be adding solar and who knew what else in the RV, so we didn't want to have to worry about cargo capacity either.
And listening to some of these dealers say, if I could quote them all, they say, well, what do you need that for? What are you going to keep in there? It adds up.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
We're really happy with it. We like it.
Now, this wasn't your first choice, or you had quite a bit of a mix-up when you were setting out, right?
You can tell that one.
Yeah, we decided we were going to get used at first because everybody says don't get new, and so, but we decided to get it inspected by an RV inspector and tell them what the RV inspector said. It was what was it, a Shasta Phoenix?
Yeah,
Okay.
and it was a used one.
I don't remember what the year was on it.
It looked nice on the outside. I mean, faded paint and all that kind of stuff, but it looked nice. It looked like it was put together. On the inside, it didn't look bad. But when the inspectors turned on the heat, and this is Florida in the summertime, the dealer never touched the heater. They turned on the heater, and they said it smelled like basically a dog kennel. There was, dog urine and stuff, or cat, whatever, in the ducting system. And they said it was overpowering, and then they started pushing on stuff and inspecting stuff, and the outside wall of the slide, when you push on it, water would come out of the window.
Ooh.
So, and it got that worse from there. He said, this is the kind of thing they use for FEMA trailers, so he said, don't buy it.
Yeah. Wow.
When I saw that video, my heart just broke for y'all. I know that you were so excited, and then oh boy.
Because we thought we'd start off with a travel trailer. That's what we told ourselves and our
Yeah.
family and everybody. That was our plan.
Like jumping in with the travel trailer to start with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say that's probably going to be water damage. But
Should a wall be squishy?
yeah,
Well,
that's a good point for anybody that's watching, though. Definitely, if you're going to buy a used RV, throw that extra few $100s out there to have that inspection done.
And even get the new one inspected.
Even the new one, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that gave us a leg up, because we were able to say, well, we need these things fixed first.
Right.
And they did. And you're always going to have something wrong. Used, new, it doesn't matter. But rather than find out 6 months down the road when you don't know what to do, it's worth it.
Right. And it was an NRVTA.
Yes.
Yes.
Guy?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. Good. And that's the school that I went to.
Yeah.
So you should have probably gotten a pretty nice set of paperwork with a bunch of pictures and
It was a lot
a bunch of other stuff in there with it, right?
Ours was virtual, but it was well over 100 pages with videos and pictures and descriptions. And then we talked to him on the husband and wife team. We talked to them on the phone, and they said, once you've had it for a while, call us back. We want to know your experience with it and all this stuff. And it was just really great. It couldn't have been better.
Awesome.
In fact, they did such a great job when we got the first one. Our dealer was nervous. She's like, have you heard from the RV inspector yet? We're like, no. And she's like, I'm so nervous, because she knew that they did such a great job doing the used
Yeah,
ones,
it was
so.
a really seamless process.
Yeah.
That's great. That's awesome. So, what made you go full time? What pulled you out of your house and into the RV life?
I have to Well, we were just tired of being stuck. In fact, when we used to live in Orlando years ago, we would change apartments every year because we just wanted different layouts, different apartments, different area of town, even though we were staying around the greater Orlando area. And then we moved back to Mississippi and we were just kind of stuck. And we just didn't want to be stuck anymore. Do you want to add to that?
Well, yeah, it seemed like with our budget and with our life going the way it was, we just weren't going to be able to take a lot of nice vacations. And we love travel. We like seeing different places, meeting different people. And when you're stuck in the middle of Mississippi, you're just not going to see that. So, in fact, you want to tell them how it got started?
We used to go to this, what was it called? Like
Lakeshore
Park, and they had like RVs across the way. We would just sit on the picnic table and they had RVs that had a water view and stuff. I'm like, why would you want to live in something so small? And then we just kept looking, and then I'm like, but they have wheels so you can move them. So how about we just get an RV and we can live in different places, like every year, just keep moving. And then we got on YouTube and we thought we'd just come up with this idea. And then we got on YouTube and people were moving every 3 days, every week. I'm like, wow.
I think Less Junk, More Journey were the first channel I found, and that was when they were moving like every 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, maybe once a year is too slow.
So with that, how is your moving pace now that you've been doing it? How long have you been doing it first, and then how is your moving pace?
We started in March, and we wanted to move every 2 weeks. We think 2 weeks is a sweet spot, but we've sometimes had to move every week depending on availability of RV parks,
Yeah.
and sometimes we're stuck for a month. Again, depending on what we need to do or availability.
I can imagine when we're out west, and if we ever get to Utah, which hopefully we will, we'd want to stay somewhere for a month and see everything there is to see. But so far, it's just been financial. It's been more, it's better for the budget for us to park it rather than in the summertime trying to get these high-dollar RV parks for 2 weeks when you go outside of the Thousand Trail system.
Right. Yeah. Cool.
What did your family say when you told them that you were doing this?
Okay, my mom was very supportive. She didn't freak out at all. We wanted her to freak out. She's like, oh, that's fine.
We wanted that kind of experience.
Whatever makes you happy. His mother had the best reaction.
Yeah.
And we said, well, we want to tell y'all something. She's like, okay, what is it? And I said, well, we want to become nomads. And she's like, what? And it was just a dramatic. And
She was shocked.
But they were very supportive. But
Oh, they couldn't be more supportive.
his dad quickly said, I would not want to do that.
No. He said, I support you, but not the life for me.
And it isn't the life for everybody. You know, you got to move. You know, every couple of days to a month or whatever, and a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people are born and live in the same town for their entire life.
That scares me.
That does me too.
No. I don't like that.
I can't imagine that. So yeah.
We love it. We really do.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't been to that many fantastical, epic places yet, but we love everything about it.
Well, I think so far since we've been RVing, we like Wisconsin the best so far.
Yeah, it's our favorite state so far.
It reminds us a little bit of Tennessee. When you go to that, Devil's Lake State Park, they have like cliffs and mountains.
Yeah,
and stuff.
that was really good hiking.
So.
You got to get there early or you're not going to get anywhere.
It's like with all of the big attractions, though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You go off season, wait until the kids go back to school, and then go.
Yeah.
So you said that you both work remotely, and how does that? What do you do, and how complicated is that on the road?
Well, I do medical transcription, and he does legal transcription. I think the most complicated part of it is just having consistent internet.
Yeah.
I think what Bear Cave was the worst as far as connectivity.
It was because it was inconsistent. The couple of weeks we were there, the first week, my phone wouldn't even, get email or anything. And then the second week it was good. So I have no explanation.
But
You had to hold your one arm up and one leg out to get it to work.
We're
right?
moving the router from here to the kitchen table and back, and it's just like you couldn't eke out an email. And then the second half of our trip there, it was just passable.
And the other thing is we work right in front of our back window, so I'm constantly distracted. And Matthew's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I am going to shut the shades because you know, we have to pay the bills. And I'm like, but look what they're doing. And we like to watch people back in. And
Yes.
Uh-huh. We may or may not have recorded a few people backing in.
Oh yeah. No pressure if you're backing in out there.
Yeah.
So, you said you really like Wisconsin. Now, what's your dream destination beyond here? Where's on
right
top of your
now,
bucket list?
because it's all I ever know, is the Smoky Mountains, because nothing has topped that yet. But I'm sure there's epic places out west. But what is yours?
I have two. I have Utah, because I know you could just park it there for a year and not see everything.
Yes.
And I want to do the Upper Peninsula of Michigan,
Yeah.
go through Wisconsin, and then northern Minnesota. But that would take a whole summer. So I'd like to do that
And we
too.
eventually want to do Canada.
Yeah, I mean, I know you can technically go there now, but it
Right.
seems like more hassle than anything, so maybe not yet.
Yeah. When the borders go back to normal or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm not
I don't
sure
wanna
exactly where that process is right now, but
I don't want to get a bunch of testing and stuff, so.
right. Exactly. Yeah. We want to go back up into Alaska. Do you guys have any desire to do
Love
that?
Oh, we
to.
would want
Love
yeah.
to, yeah.
We did it twice, or I did it twice. The first time I was pulling a 32-foot trailer, and then the next time I got up into Canada and got into a spot where I had cell signal, and she just happened to be calling me. And she called and said, I sold the house, you have to come home and get all the stuff now. And I was going up there for a job, so I got up there and I told the guys, I said, I know I just got here, but I got to take some leave, I got to go pick up my stuff. So I flew back down to Georgia, picked her up in the big truck with all the stuff in the back, and I did that trip again.
Big U-Haul.
Wow.
That was
couldn't
not a
believe-
comfortable ride.
I couldn't believe how far it was, because if you go from Georgia to Washington State,
Yeah.
it's like 3,200 miles.
Mm-hmm.
And then from Washington State into Anchorage, Alaska is almost the same distance as it is.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah,
You don't
it's
think
like
about
3,100 miles or so. It's crazy.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
crazy long, yeah.
I'd still love to do it. And I've heard Canada has a lot of boondocking, a lot of good, pull-off common area. I don't
Yep.
remember what they call it.
Yeah, just right on the Alaska Highway.
Yeah.
There, any wide spot, no problem. You can pull over and park there. We parked along. Well, it was January, so it was really cold and everything. But we parked right on some pullouts where the river was and stuff. And that was when I went up the first time in the RV, because I just had the generator in the back of the truck. We'd fire up the generator, plug in the RV, and we'd be fine. We didn't have to do the slides or anything. Just had enough for heat. And
Nice.
it was great. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's on our bucket list. So let's see. What about pets? Do y'all have any pets?
No,
No
we
pets.
we had a dog he was a big boy. He was like 110 pounds, and
Whew.
he got to be about 14, and he couldn't really move very well. So we just let him finish out his comfortable life with us in the house, and we just figured that'd be too much for him. So we kind of waited for him to.
Kind of put it on pause.
Yeah.
Cool.
We decided we'd go 2 years. We've had cats and dogs. At one point, we had 6 cats and 2 dogs years
Oh,
and years
wow.
and years ago. We decided we'd go 2 years with no animals and see if we can stand it and see if at that point we want any more.
And honestly, the dog wasn't supposed to be the last one. We had a cat that was only 12, and then
Yeah.
it just got sick all of a sudden and unfortunately passed away. But actually, we were going to go RVing with the cat
Yeah,
because
that was
we
the plan.
thought the cat would live for a long time. But no, we started out with no pets, and I don't think we've really desired one yet. I mean, we could play with other people's pets and stuff, but I think we've just been so busy right now learning everything, and I don't think we would have time for one to try to figure that out right now.
Yeah, we're still in learning mode.
Yeah.
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 So do you have a plan to just do this for a short term or a few years and then get a house, or what's your long-term plan?
Lord willing, until we're no longer able to walk.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have any plans to go back to sticks and
No.
bricks.
Nice.
I mean, at our age, we've lived in houses for so long, we've done our time.
Right.
Well, there you go. We've done our time. I like that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ours is the same. We don't plan on going back to another house until, like you say, you can't do it anymore. At some point, I'm not going to be physically capable to get up on the roof and, you know, crawl around under and all that stuff anymore. So
By that time, trailers might even drive themselves. Who knows?
yeah, we might have hover trailers that don't fall apart because there's no
Yeah.
no earthquake going down the road.
Some of the
Oh,
roads
boy.
we've been on, I can't believe the state of our roads. We went around Chicago to get
That was horrible.
up here. Well, our theater seating moved.
Oh,
Like
wow.
it's
It
never
came
moved.
out of the slide.
It came out of the slide and started bouncing around. And it was
Oh, no.
cattywampus in the RV. And I'm like,
that
oh.
never happened before until
No.
Illinois.
Those are
Ever.
bolted down. What happened?
Ours
They're supposed to be
wasn't.
bolted down.
Oh
No?
boy.
Yeah, I don't know why that our theater seat is not
Surprise.
bolted down.
Yeah. Hey.
It said, no, you're redecorating.
Oh no.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
So do you plan on, because we're in Wisconsin now,
Uh-huh.
do you plan on staying up here in this area for the winter, or do you beat feet south for the winter?
Yeah.
South.
Yeah.
We want to get more experience before we try a winter RV. That's scary to me.
We do want to try it though, and that's
Yeah.
one of the reasons we got the RV we got. It's already got the heated tanks and the
Yeah.
sealed underbelly and all that. And I know it takes more than that, but not yet.
Right.
Wisconsin winter's kind of jumping in deep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, we thought when we got this that we'd never have to see snow again. Well, last winter we hit 2 snowstorms
Oh yeah,
Texas.
Texas.
Yeah.
in Texas
It
both
was a heck
times.
of a
Yeah.
storm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was crazy, that one.
Are y'all doing
So-
Texas again this winter?
That wasn't the plan. We had planned to go to Florida for the winter, but we're gonna have a grandbaby in Texas in December.
that's right.
So
Yeah.
so we are going to winter in Texas again.
Yeah.
Probably
If-
every winter.
If we hit Snowmageddon in Texas again this winter, I'm not wintering there again.
So he's giving Texas one more chance.
That's right.
Get it right or stop.
You heard it here first. Florida from now on, or Arizona, one or the other, but not Texas if we get snow again like that.
Yeah, I'd love to make it to Quartzsite one year.
Yeah. That's one thing we'd like to start doing is go to the meetings and convergences and rallies and just start meeting a lot of people.
Yeah,
That's a fun part of this for sure.
yeah, absolutely. We've met up with a few, you know, channels along the way, bumped into them, had dinner, you know, camped with them and stuff. It's really been a fun time. Have y'all had a chance, other than now, have y'all had a chance to meet any other
Y'all are our
channels or
first
any other YouTube? Or,
YouTube channel. We tried to meet up with Michael and Shelly of our Epic RV Adventure, and they were going to be our first, but
We were
our
close,
schedules
but,
just
yeah.
didn't work out with them. But other than that, no, y'all are our first YouTube channel, and we haven't got to camp with friends yet either. So.
No, we've made friends, but it's been
Because
just-
we pulled in next to
yeah.
them and then you talked to them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We just missed meeting them too. We were going to meet them, and the plans changed, and so
Yeah.
maybe one day.
Yeah.
This is really cool. So how long you're working your way from here into Minnesota before you head south? Is that
Yeah,
right?
we're actually going from here to the Twin Cities area and then start to meander south. We don't have any plans yet, just kind of
Okay.
ping pong our way down there.
We just know we have to be in New Orleans. That's where my mom is at Christmas time. So
Okay.
we don't know what's after. We haven't done any booking after Minnesota. We don't know where we're going after
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Well, the good part is that, like I said, the boom of the RV season is coming to an end. All the kids are going back to school, so
Yep.
hopefully it'll start being a little easier to make
Hope so.
to make last minute reservations. We'll see.
And it's not even the weekdays, it's just the weekends. They say I can get you in here on Monday, but not Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we had to fly over Tennessee because we could not get into Tennessee. So that's how we went into Indiana. And we got to Indiana a little sooner than we wanted to. It was cold.
It was cold. It was in the 30s at night.
And that was May. Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah.
But we like that Cracker Barrel in White House, Tennessee.
That was a nice one.
And in fact, what app was it that we used? Was it RV Parky?
Yeah.
Which is a great app, but
Yeah.
it said you cannot park here, you cannot overnight here, and I called, and they said, sure.
Oh wow!
And then when I stopped in, I physically went in and we ate there twice, and they said, sure, we don't care, just park in the back. So,
Nice.
and there were other RVers there too, so you can't always rely on the app. Sometimes you just have to call.
Yeah.
And that's a good bit of advice.
Yeah, I've heard a lot. But we've only done one Cracker Barrel since we've got this one. We used to do them Cracker Barrels or Walmarts
Oh yeah.
and things like that. But I guess nowadays even Walmarts some of them aren't allowing. So it's always just better to call, I think, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them just aren't designed really good for big rigs.
Well, you
Right.
said you haven't felt comfortable even looking at a Walmart that you'd want to take the RV into. We
I mean,
haven't done Walmart.
I know people do it all the time.
Yeah.
If I could find a Cracker Barrel or a Bass Pro or something else,
Yeah.
I'd rather empty sports stadium. I'd rather do that.
Yeah, right. The more room, the better, right? All right. So you have the YouTube channel,
Mm-hmm.
Broken Dreams Reborn.
Yep.
Right.
Where else can people find you? Anywhere else? Are you on any
We're
other
on-
social medias? Or?
We're on Instagram, Facebook, and now TikTok, because TikTok's a thing that we have to do now. So, and the name is the same, Broken Dreams Reborn, on all platforms.
Bear with us. We're learning.
Yeah.
We don't do TikTok. I've looked at TikTok a little bit, but because one of my buddies does some on there, but we haven't done a TikTok video yet. We don't even really like short video. You know, the shorts that you can do
Yeah.
on YouTube. We don't even. Really
We didn't want to
those.
do that either, but now it's a thing, so we're just going to have to start doing it. I
Yeah.
guess.
Help get your name out there.
That's it. That's it. You got to keep doing it, right? Got anything else?
That's it.
All right. Well, if you're still here, thanks for sticking around to the end. We'll see you next time on Jaw Jacking with Jarhead and Ginger.
Bye.
Bye.